It's where you go to bike, hike, and stroll miles of pathways over more than 7,000 acres of parkland. A place to go explore rivers and fish their bountiful waters. Natural places to go marvel at magnificent wildlife while you play outdoors and go wander charming communities. Find all this and more at Destination Downriver. Give it a go.
Today's podcast is presented by MarketInsights.us, with the podcast on YouTube produced by the City of Taylor's Media Center.
Thank you to our team sponsor, Allegra, Marketing, Print, and Design. Let Allegra assist you with your print, mail, design, and signs. Located in Wyandotte, Michigan, or call 734-284-5330.
Hi, I'm Karl Ziomek, and this is Destination Downriver. Welcome to today's episode, where we explore one of Downriver's most charming waterfront communities, Flat Rock, Michigan. Flat Rock is a quintessential downriver town, rich in history and full of character. First settled in the early 1800s, it gained prominence in the 1920s when Henry Ford began developing power plants along the Huron River. Ford's legacy still runs deep here, with the Ford Flat Rock Assembly Plant serving as the global home of the iconic Mustang car. Despite its industrial roots, Flat Rock maintains a warm, small-town atmosphere with the perks of both urban and rural living. In recent years, its downtown has seen a vibrant revival, fueled by a growing number of small businesses, specialty shops, and destination-friendly restaurants. Flat Rock is also an outdoor adventure hub with its extensive park system, scenic trails, and access to the Huron River for kayaking and fishing, its gateway to nature. Today we'll meet with some of the people shaping Flat Rock's story, from passionate business owners to civic leaders, who are helping this classic riverfront community thrive. We'll begin our journey at the Sugar Island Baking Company, founded in 2021 by Christie Brinkley. But don't expect your typical donut and cupcake shop. Sugar Island is a cozy gym known for its fresh, flavorful baked goods crafted with love and culinary finesse. We're here at the Sugar Island Baking Company in Flat Rock with Christie Brinkley. And I'm going to give you that look. Christie Brinkley, we were talking off the air. I know you have to deal with that name forever. So tell us about Christie Brinkley. How much Christie Brinkley feedback do you get?
As I said, I don't get a whole lot from the younger generation. I hate to date you.
That's
but
okay. I can be dated.
Definitely, a lot of the older people make the reference. They ask me, the most common quip I get is, "How's Billy? How's Billy Joel?" And as I said, my husband's name is David Brinkley, and his line was, "If you marry me, you'll be Christie Brinkley." And I fell.
Which is cute.
Fell for it, yeah.
And it's amazing that he's David Brinkley,
yes,
of Huntley and Brinkley.
Yes.
So we've got everybody here. What do you think has driven your success, over the past 4 years when you talk about this place? And it is very, very cute in a very, very cute city, Flat Rock.
Yeah. I would say I have a lot of support. I've had a lot of support from the very beginning. All my timers are going off.
That's okay.
Yeah, I started with a great friend who has a baking background and actually a culinary degree, so that was a big help. I had about 10 years in my back pocket working out of my home, so I had a lot of experience. When I moved into this building, I just really lucked out because Eric and Erica Huzzy, who own this space, were very motivated to have a bakery in this space, and they both brought and gave me a lot of knowledge and a lot of support. They're big proponents of small business in general, and they, from the very beginning, I felt like gave me everything I needed, even going beyond the terms of our lease agreement, to help me build things out and to get the things that I needed to be successful. And then obviously just the support of the community, people like Liz, you guys coming in here. We had Under the Radar. We were on Channel 2 a couple times, so we just hit our 4-year mark. A lot of people told me when I started that it was going to take probably 3 to 5 years for things to catch on. And everything that I read about having a small business said that being underfunded was a big danger and a lot of times the reason that people failed. And I'll be honest and say I feel like I was riding along that edge for a long time. I think a lot of small businesses, similar to people, just families, are living week to week, month to month.
Sure.
And we don't have a lot of space. We don't have a lot of money, so we're just buying what we need to stay going. And then what I was going to say was, I think about the 3.5-year mark, and would have been like March of this year, things started to, I feel like, take off for me.
Okay.
And there was, go ahead.
What did you start out before this? Okay, what led to the cachet of money that you could then afford to do this?
Well, as I said, I was working out of my home for a while, so I was stockpiling some money. My husband owns a small business, and so I had to borrow a little bit from him. He was kind enough to give me he gave me a loan, which I think I've yet to pay back, but it was good.
What inspired you to start a bakery, and how did you choose your menu?
Gosh, I always loved to bake growing up. I had an aunt, my Aunt Cindy, that I spent a lot of time with, and she was always about having people over and entertaining and baking and cooking. My own mother worked outside of the home, so she wasn't able to do a lot of that, but I got a book for Christmas about decorating sugar cookies, and that next year, I did a lot of decorated cookies for friends and family, and everybody loved them. And then I started to offer some other things that people wanted, and then I had some friends that encouraged me to start a Facebook page and actually start charging for things. And again, I have a great support system and a lot of people that were encouraging me from the very beginning.
Now you seem to have had a lot of success recently with an expansion into the food menu, okay, into the luncheon offerings and things like that. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so actually, going back to Eric and Erica, who owned this building, they from the beginning were very much encouraging me. They wanted me to do food kind of on this level that I do, which is kind of a cafe menu. So we don't have a huge variety, but like everything we make here, the soups and the sandwiches, everything's made from scratch. And that, again, it's taken some time for the community to figure that out and find that out. And that's another one of the big challenges for small businesses is you got to be on social media and you got to figure out how to reach people with the information. So
it's kind of a constant work, isn't it? 24/7.
It is.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Do you have? I'm assuming it's just not you here when you're open and you're closed today. But when you're open, how many people work in here with you? So
I have a total of 6 employees, and at any one time there's another 2 or 3. Sometimes all of us are here at once. And we're actually approaching that. It seems like we're approaching a time where we're at max capacity. We can't store any more goods. We can't fit any more people in the kitchen. We can't fit any more people behind the counter, which is a great problem to have, but kind of a newer problem for us, so we're figuring that out.
Customer base, is it mainly Flat Rock locals, or how much does it stretch?
We do get a lot of locals, and we have a lot of repeat customers, friends, family, people that have become friends and family. But we've had people come from, and I think they tell us they see us on social media, but we've had people come from like the Plymouth Canton area, we've had people come from the Detroit area. I think we pull a lot of people from like Trenton, Groseal, and then, Monroe, some Monroe.
When you're looking at your menu, all the things that you offer, the people that are walking through the door, what's the biggest hits here when it comes to your offerings?
Well, we offer homemade chicken pot pie, which people love.
Okay.
And we try to do that maybe every 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
We get people to pre-order, and then we bake off, and that is another thing that we're kind of at max capacity for, because we only have 2 ovens, so we
Right.
can only bake so much. And I think the soups and sandwiches, you know, a lot of it is, I think, people think it's so good because it is homemade. I think some even, I guess I would say younger people, not to denigrate the younger generation, but I don't know that some of those people have actually had like a homemade scone or a chicken pot pie that has a homemade crust. Like I just tell people, there's nothing special. It's just butter and sugar, you know. But I would say, yeah, definitely. As far as pastry items, our scones are a big hit. Everybody loves chicken pot pie, and then like the homemade soups and sandwiches.
Now, you own the whole strip here, right?
Nope.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay, alrighty.
No.
I thought you did.
I'm a
but you
renter.
don't.
That's
okay.
Eric and Erica Hussey own the
Okay,
building.
alrighty. What made Flat Rock the right place for you to launch this business?
I have to be honest, it was kind of like serendipitous. I have a friend from church who has a space in this building. She's a financial planner. Her name's Kim Kroc. She knew that I had been operating out of my home for some time, and she found out that this space had become available and that it was already built out to be a bakery. Michelle Kohler, who is my partner in almost every way. The fact that she had a culinary degree and she had just quit the job that she was working at, and it was just barely post-COVID. It just kind of all came together. And I've, you know, working with Eric and Erica, again, has been a huge blessing to me. So I felt like I had all the pieces kind of came together, and Flat Rock is close. Yeah.
Do you do any delivering? Or everything's got to come out of here?
I do a lot of delivery to friends, but not on purpose. No.
Tell us about the edible cookie machine, so to speak.
Yeah, so I started out making decorated sugar cookies, delicious, a little over half-inch thick vanilla sugar cookie, just by hand. But one of the things that we added as we got going was, it's called an Eddy. We call it an Eddy. It's an edible printing machine, and it's just like any other printer, but the ink is edible, so you put the cookie in the machine with the base icing, and it will print any image. So it can print a very sharp photo. Let's say you wanted it for a bridal shower, so put your engagement photos on there. Or we use it a lot for businesses for branding, so they will send us an image of their logo and we'll put it right on the cookie, and it's a beautiful but also delicious way to market your business. It's very memorable.
Do you get a lot of catering requests for that type of?
We do. We just had a bank open up in Taylor, Advantage One.
Yeah,
they did their logo cookies with us.
Okay.
Yes, we've had a lot of small businesses that have reached out for that.
Oh, that's fantastic. How cool is that?
It's very cool.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very cool.
Yeah.
So to sum this up, if people are interested in what you're doing, where do they go to find out about it? What's best? Is it Facebook? Do you have a website page? Tell us give us your best
best pitch.
Sugar Island pitch, yeah.
I would say most of what we do on social media, so Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
We do have a website, but we mostly utilize that at the holidays so that people can pre-order order things.
Alrighty.
But we're posting on social media every day, showing, again, what's made fresh every day, so people know what we've got.
Okay, fantastic. Well, it was a pleasure coming down here. This is a beautiful place. Did you design this all yourself?
Nope, can't take credit for that either.
Who did it for you?
Again, it was built out by Eric and Erica, but we put our little homey personal touches to it, and we like to decorate for the holidays. And it is, a lot of people have like this Pollyanna dream of opening a coffee shop, opening a bakery, and there is a lot of that. I love coming in the morning or looking outside when it's snowing in the winter. It is so cozy and beautiful, but like we talked about, it's a ton of hard work.
Sure it is.
I'm not looking forward to having to shovel the snow at 5 in the morning, but the rewards are greater than the hard parts.
What is your average day like? I mean, when does it start in the morning and when do you hit the pillow at night?
Yeah, some days it's as early as 5:30. I would say 6 is about my usual time. We're open till 3, but we're usually here till 4, shutting everything down.
Okay.
I always say my age, I feel like I bring a lot to it because I am a little bit older. I'm 54, but I also say it's probably not, it's more of a young person's game because it is a long day on your feet every day. But I also say give me a 50-year-old woman every day, any day, because we all work really hard and got some great people working here.
You're spot on with that one.
Yeah.
Christie, thanks for joining us on Destination Downriver.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Alrighty. Our next stop is Jim's Butcher Shop, a staple for 50 years. Known for its high-quality meats and personal service, Jim's has become a beloved part of this community. A few years ago, the shop faced closures until a wave of support from loyal customers launched a Facebook campaign that saved it. That kind of grassroots effort speaks volumes about the bond between this business and its patrons. Family-owned shops like Jim's help define the character of Flat Rock and the Downriver region. We're joined by Stacy Latimer, daughter of Jim Latimer, the store's founder. We're here on Destination Downriver again. Stacy, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
We're here at Jim's Butcher Shop. I'm doing well, and I'm doing better once I'm looking at those steaks behind us. They look fantastic.
Thank you.
Let's start with kind of a low point, I guess, for you guys. Can you walk us through the incredible community response that was responsible for helping save this business? Because from what I understand, like a lot of other small businesses, you guys were in a bit of a struggle there for a little while. Tell us about the community response. It had to make you feel good.
Oh my God, yes. The community, it started with a letter from a customer. We were going to close. It was we were going to close January 1st, and that would have been I think 2018, 2019, somewhere around in there. We had already made the decision we were closing, and then it kind of got around that we were closing, and a customer brought in a letter, and it was just really touched us about Save Jim's and how he worked at Ford. He was gonna take it over and take it to all his buddies at work, and so that really got us just what can we do? What can we do to try one more try? So we made some changes, and we were like, we're going to give it a try. We posted the letter on our Facebook page and said, hey, we're going to give it another try. We don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try. And from there, the customers, the community, Downriver and Friends was a huge part of that. It just took off from there, and everybody shared it and liked it, and it was positive, and it was. It just was, I don't know, there's not really words. It was incredible, really, the outpouring. So
Downriver and Friends can be an interesting Facebook mechanism.
Yes.
I know some of their administrators because of what I do for the city of Taylor, but it is interesting when you find the right page to hit and you get that type of gigantic response. I mean, there are at one time there were 75,000, but now it's way over that. Yeah. It's really kind of fabulous. Social media can be amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
How do small shops like this one compete with the big box retailers? You've probably heard that question a million times.
Yeah.
What are some of your best answers?
We can't compete with them. We don't. You can't. We can't possibly from pricing, from everything else. I think always have, my dad's motto has always just kind of been to bring the highest quality merchandise for the lowest price that we can offer. And people that shop small and shop at a store like this, they know they're getting quality. They know they're not getting the cheapest steak in the counter. You know what I mean? They know that they can go to the big box stores and get cheaper things, but they want to support small businesses. That's important to them. They want to have quality. Not that the big stores don't have quality. I'm not saying that. Right. But we just try to. It gets harder and harder, believe me. But we just try to keep prices as low as we possibly can for the market, and thankfully the customers are pretty good with that. So
what type of services and products do you offer that make Jim's Butcher Shop stand out, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I mean, the meat, of course, you know, we offer, you know, always have just offered great meats. You know, we offer the sales. I think that people really, like we were talking beforehand about the chicken sale last week that we just had, and people, we offer that because we want to help people feed their families. We want them to stock up their freezer. We want to make things a little bit easier for them. So I don't see, you know, a lot of other stores that do that. So, you know, we kind of started that during COVID, and it's just carried on, and people really appreciate that, and anytime that we can offer that, we do. But, you know, I think we just offered, you know, the personalized stuff. We do catering too. A lot of people don't know that. My dad's been catering for like 45 years, so so we offer that also.
Is it tough to sell a new generation of Americans on quality versus price? I know and I'll give you an example, when Ray's Prime Meats decided to shut their doors, and Taylor across from Southland Mall, they had been in Taylor forever, okay, and I knew some of the people behind the scenes there, and what they told me was that they felt the newest generation in this country doesn't really have the respect for the fine meats that maybe some of the other generations did. Right. And what they were getting back was, I can get the same thing at Meijer, and the people inside the business were saying, well, you can't get the same thing, but they didn't really care. What's your feeling on that? Is that, number one, is it really true?
It's true. It is true to a degree. You definitely, sure. I think a big thing is the newer generation. I think that they don't really cook a lot.
Okay, all right.
They DoorDash a lot. And they eat out a lot. But I think that we're seeing a little bit of a trend of younger people who are interested, and I'm sure it's, you know, a lot of TikTok things and things like that where they're interested and they're coming in and looking for different cuts of meat and stuff like that. So we're kind of seeing that here in the last, I'd say the last year. Not a huge amount, but kind of a, you know, so it's kind of cool to see. But of course, yeah, definitely there's a gap between people who don't really understand or don't care, one or the other. I think they just don't understand, you know. I mean, you know, if you don't grow up in a business like this, you don't know the difference between things. So
tell us about growing up in a business like this. What was it like?
What was it like? I think I've been in this building every day since I've been like 2. So it's been great. You know what I mean? It's not. It's it certainly had its challenges, and it still has its challenges with my dad not being here right now. But it was good. It was a good childhood. It was, you know, I learned about, you know, hard work for sure.
Right.
Hard work and just doing the right thing and you know, showing up, putting out the right product, and, you know, your community will support you.
How big was your immediate family?
There's 5. I have a brother and sister, but they're not local, so it's just me here.
Just you following in Dad's footsteps. Yep. And how is Dad doing?
He's all right. He suffered a pretty significant stroke last year, so.
Okay, how old is he?
He just turned 83.
Okay.
But he's okay. He's doing all right. He comes in and piddles around a couple
and hassles you probably?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You wouldn't have it any other way?
Right.
How has Flat Rock contributed to your long-standing success? And I know it's probably a better question for your father, but he's not here. But how has a town like this, because this is a real quaint town, everybody knows everybody else.
Yeah, everybody knows everybody, and I think that stands, you know, that's the reason that we're still here. You know, from years ago, they know my dad, they trust my dad. That gives a certain legitimacy to that. People like to know the person behind where they're getting their products and whatever, you know. And so the community in Flat Rock, it's very quaint. It's very, very well acquainted, and you know, the business owners, the other business owners, you know, we all have a really, really good relationship, and the town is just growing in leaps and bounds, and that's good for all of us. So.
It seems to be growing in the right directions.
Absolutely,
too. It's really pretty cool. Yeah. When it comes to predicting the future, okay, it's not often easy to do, but where do you see this business and yourself in, say, 5 years, say 10 years?
I don't know. You know, I mean, it's hard to tell. The market is changing so rapidly. Everything changes so rapidly. I try to honestly think more of. I'm more of a thinking today kind of person.
Okay.
So let's just do the best we can today and provide the best we can today, and and whatever's going to happen tomorrow will happen tomorrow. So we'll certainly do our best to still be here and provide services for the community.
When it comes to this business, what's the best way for people out there listening to this, watching it, to find out about
Facebook for sure. Facebook is our main advertising platform. I think, and the last I checked, we had like 17,000 people on Facebook, which is pretty good for
That's a good response.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we post all of our sales on there. We generally try to have 1 or 2 sales a week, but they can always call too. There's a lot of older people who don't have Facebook, and so we just tell them, give us a call and we'll let you know what's on sale.
What's the number?
734-782-1855.
Tell us about your customer base is not only Flat Rock, especially given the fact that stores like yours aren't around in every other community.
Sure.
Where else are you getting some of your customers? How far away?
We get customers from all over the place. I mean, a lot of customers from downriver. A lot of Wyandotte customers, because my dad grew up in Wyandotte, so a lot of people know my dad from Wyandotte. But yeah, the whole downriver area, Toledo, Monroe. I mean, we get a lot of customers from all over the place. If you check the demographics on our page, it's pretty widespread throughout the whole downriver area.
So it's time for MDOT to quit the construction on I-75 and everywhere else. Stacy, it's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you.
And we're glad to have you on Destination Downriver.
Thank you for having me.
Across the country, small cities are embracing adaptive reuse, preserving and revitalizing historic buildings. Flat Rock is leading the way, thanks in part to developer Bill Miller. Bill has a knack for transforming old, empty buildings into vibrant spaces that honor the city's heritage and fuel its growth. We'll meet Bill next. Welcome back to Destination Downriver. We're with Bill Miller, and this is without a doubt one of the prettiest buildings that I've run into in a long time. Can you just take us through this? Tell us what this building was, how old it is, and what you've done with it, because it is wonderful.
It was built in 1895 as a carriage repair and building blacksmith shop.
Okay.
And it was a mason's lodge on the top floor. And then in 1930, the police station, fire station located here, did a remodeling job. And from then till 1980, till they built the new police fire station, it was, and the Mason Lodge was still on the top.
Okay.
And then 20 years after that, it was a disaster, and I got it for next to nothing for good reason. It was in really bad shape. So we spent a couple of years demoing, rebuilding, reinforcing the whole interior with steel. It's, if I could talk to myself then, I'd tell myself to run. But we pushed through, and it became a beautiful building. With the help of my son-in-law, my wife has put in countless hours.
It's a family affair?
Yeah. I love the building now, but boy.
A lot of work.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Oh my goodness.
And there was a study done just before that where this group came in and said the key to fixing up the downtown area here was this building, because coming in from Monroe is the first thing you saw, and it was a disaster. So when I went to the city and said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, they were like, we can help. And they were very helpful. So.
And it is now
it's 2 apartments up, loft apartments upstairs.
Okay.
And 24 Lux is a salon downstairs.
Okay.
And I have a shop area where all the magic happens in the back there.
Fantastic. That is just so neat. How long have you been turning historical buildings into thriving businesses and just beautiful spaces?
Well, this one was 22 years ago.
Okay.
So then a few years after that, I bought the place next door, which was a flower shop, and we turned that into a restaurant. And then a couple years later, we bought the property across the street there, Atwater Street Tacos, on the water there, and we renovated that one. And then during COVID, the city sold off the water building up the river there that we turned into the soul food restaurant. So, it's been doing it for a while.
what grabbed you about Flat Rock? Because it's very obvious. I can tell in your eyes that you love this city and you love what you've been able to do down here, what you've been enabled to do. Okay, what jumps out at you? What makes this place unique?
Well, the history. I love history, and after working with this building, I formed a relationship with the city, and we have a great city planner here that can work with businesses. He's not one of those guys that says no. He says, well, you can't do that, but you might be able to do this. You know, he gives options. He helps business owners get what they want to get done. And small businesses, this is kind of like a small business incubator, this area. It's small mom and pops, owner occupied, you know, it's not corporate. North of the viaduct is, and that's kind of separated. But I love this area where we've got the park, we've got these historical buildings, we've got you can walk the whole downtown, eat at some really neat places. We've got kind of a critical mass now going of cool restaurants down here.
Oh yeah.
Mediterranean right down the street, Mexican soul food, some really cool restaurants. And it's not national chains, it's unique food. So,
tell us about your own background. How did you get from when you were growing up? What did you want to do with your life, and how did you get to this point?
Oh boy! Well, I was a teacher for 25 years,
okay.
So I taught construction trades.
Okay.
Kids who build a house.
Okay, got it.
Taught that at Flat Rock. They killed the program, so I went to Monroe for a few years, and I loved teaching that. But that's not something you can do when you're 60. So I left after 25 years, and my construction business was taking off, so it was kind of an either or at that point.
All right.
So then for the last 15, 16 years, this is what I do. So,
you miss teaching?
I miss the kids.
Okay, all right. Why?
Oh, I loved working with the kids.
Okay.
I really did. That was a lot of fun, and I loved both, but Flat Rock was different than Monroe. It was much different. More city kids in Flat Rock, and I went to kind of countryish kids at Monroe. But both programs were fantastic. I loved working with the kids.
Fantastic. That's really. Do you try and envision the type of business that's going to go into a building when you first start renovating it? How does your visioning work when you're looking at a building?
It depends on the building. This one was a retail already, so it's going to stay retail. Now, if you're going to do a restaurant, you almost have to begin with restaurant, because the city planner, you're going to have to go through planning commission, and you're going to have to get it okayed for how much parking you need for a restaurant, this and that. So if it's a restaurant, you kind of have to start from the get-go. So the water building, I thought that's just too cool to not have public through there. That'd make a great restaurant. So I started from the beginning with that one. Atwater Street Tacos, I just was making that a white box. Okay, it could be anything. We'll build out to suit. And when I met G and Monica, like, this is it. And I said, I want to taste your food first. And I tasted their food. I'm like, you're going to kill it. Yeah, if you can do this consistently, you're going to kill it. So I helped. I built that out, and with
the intention of them.
I built out for free for a percentage of revenue for the first lease. Worked out great for both of us.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, but I believed in them.
And it's easy to believe in them once you eat their food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about that. When you're looking into the future, you've done so many things here. Exciting new projects on the horizon that you could throw out there?
Nothing big. I'm doing at the north end of Atwater Street Tacos, there's a big field right there.
Okay.
We're going to do a food truck alley there.
Oh.
Light up in the trees and make it really cool. We're going to try and open that up next summer. But other than that, no, nothing's really. I'm watching several properties that if they pop up, I'm going to snap them up. But
it's obviously you've got a deep love for this particular region of Flat Rock right here. When you look at it 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even 20 years out, do you want to see different things here? What do you want to see out there, or what do you think you might see out there
in this area?
Yeah,
I think people are going to get more and more attracted to it as that. Like I said, we've hit a critical mass, And I think as other food joints say, hey, you know what, everybody comes to Flat Rock now to walk the streets and eat,
Sure.
I think it's just going to grow from there. I think more people are going to want to locate here. And I hope it stays the way it is, where there's small businesses in this area.
Right.
Because I hate to have national chains move in, and I want to stay more like Wyandotte has done with their downtown.
Sure.
Cool small businesses, and they cater to that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bill, thank you for coming on. I think this is going to be a real neat portion of Destination Downriver. Our final stop is the Flat Rock Community Center, a stunning facility that feels more like a northern Michigan lodge than a suburban rec center. Surrounded by nature and linked to regional bike trails, it's the hub of health, wellness, and community connection. Built in 2005, it offers everything from competitive swimming and fitness classes to event spaces and outdoor patios. It's a testament to the city's commitment to the quality of life. We're joined by Mayor Steve Beller and Recreation Director Rodney Wade. We're back in Flat Rock with Mayor Steve Beller, Recreation Director Rodney Wade. Gentlemen, nice to see you today.
Hello.
Welcome to Destination Downriver. We've been going through your community today, and we found, quite frankly, nothing but great things going on, which has got to be nice for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How has the community center advanced life? We're here at the Flat Rock Community Center. How has it advanced life for the Flat Rock residents? Who wants to take that one? I thought you would.
Well, first of all, we love it here at the Flat Rock Community Center. I actually was the recreation director prior to COVID. COVID came in, and as everyone knew, life was going to be different. Kind of stepped down from there and then came back. Mayor Beller reached out to me in 2024 about coming back. So I've been back, and since I've been back, it's been great to see all the different offerings that we have. We offer fitness classes. We offer a lot of family events. We do our Silver Sneakers membership, which is more of our senior age. We have over 1,000 active members in that population. We not only do the fitness classes for seniors and adults, we also do social events. We have luncheons for them. We just finished a luncheon, like a disco bingo luncheon we just had, which was an amazing time. So we try to make it not just a recreational and fitness hub, but a social component as well.
This has to be one of the prettiest facilities in the entire Downriver region, okay, which has got to make you proud. Tell us about the public-private partnership that took place and what role Ford Motor Company played in this.
Since you were
I actually was around Ford Motor Company actually from the beginning, even getting the building constructed, put in place. They were very instrumental in the huge amount of money that they gave for the construction. Since then, they've jumped back in, kind of have been regular and wanting to support us financially. Very thankful for what they've done and being able to really be a true partner with us. I know we used to offer programs, and we're going to get back to offering programs with Ford. We have a plant right across the street from our center. You know, that's the home of the Mustang. So lunchtime hoops, some of the stuff that we're going to do at Ford as our appreciation back to them, offering, memberships and special events for their staff. But Ford has been beyond amazing in helping us.
I'm going to throw this at you, and it's not one of the ones that was on here before. Do you get this done without Ford? Does this whole facility get done without Ford? Or is it one of? I mean, hey, that happens in every community that has a Ford or whatever.
Mr. Wade has been able to change the way this place actually runs, and he's doing a fantastic job. Ford Motor Company really came in and helped us this past year with money to help with the facility itself, which was fantastic. And a lot of that, I believe, is going to the programs and all that too.
Absolutely.
So it's a combination. But without Rodney and without Ford Motor Company, no, this would not be open.
I hear you.
So,
Rodney, let's go back to you. Beyond the fitness program, programs. How is the center used when it comes to social activities and other events and celebrations?
Yeah, we actually, the Flat Rock Community Center also is the home of Stone Creek Event Center. We do a lot of social events, birthday parties, pool parties, weddings, wedding showers, baby showers. It really makes me feel good to know that on the weekend we're full steam ahead with bringing families in to have their special events with us. So
I know a couple times I was here for when Downriver Senior Olympics were here, to cap it off, and this place was just spectacular. Everybody that walked in couldn't say enough nice about this place. But even before that, many years ago, when this was first erected, a young lady I knew had a wedding here, and it was like, whoa, this is in Flat Rock. This is absolutely spectacular, and it really has. It's got a flavor to it that you don't see.
It really does. It really
that
does.
you don't see very often. Speaking of community flavor, Mayor Beller, 70% of Flat Rock's business is made up of small business. How does that shape the city's identity?
Actually, it brings us really close together. The small businesses really participate with the Flat Rock Foundation and our events, and even some of the business owners are on the DDA, that our Downriver Development Authority. It brings in. We listen to them. They get involved with the community in all aspects, and then we do have a few larger. Obviously Ford Motor Company, but we also have a Meyer, just opened up in Aldi, and those larger companies are also helping out with everything. So I think it's a great mix, and I would love to see the continued growth with the small businesses. So,
is it tough for government to balance the requests of the small businesses with the overall governance of the city? Sometimes that's a difficult balance, but it sounds like you guys got a pretty good handle on it.
We're listening to them. We have a new building director right now, and he's following the rules. And if we're finding things that don't work well with the businesses, we go back and look at changing ordinances. We don't let things go, and we want to make sure the rules fit, the ordinances fit the businesses.
It seems like most of the good communities that are able to make that balance, they, instead of wanting to almost say no through their ordinance, they want to get to yes somehow.
Correct.
And that's the key. You want your businesses in town, you want your people happy, and if you can balance that, it's often very nice. Flat Rock is gaining recognition for its blend of nature, recreation, revitalized downtown. Are you seeing a growth in residents, tourism, and investment?
Yes, especially with the new businesses. We've had over a dozen new ones this past year alone. We've been gaining for the last couple of years. It's been fantastic, and we are trying to push. We have 2 developments going through our planning commission right now that'll be almost a block long with lower retail and upper living space, whether it be condos or apartments. We're trying to make a walkable downtown. It's right across this Telegraph from Herock Park, which is a jewel as far as I'm concerned for all Downriver.
Sure.
So. We have room to grow and really to make the entire downtown area a gem for destination.
We were just down interviewing the developer Bill Miller, who you guys have worked with so hard, and the work that he's doing in that walkable area that is just so attractive, I think, to the community is stunning. Is absolutely stunning. You got to be very proud of. How'd you find him? Or did he find you?
He found. Yeah, Bill Miller's been involved in the community for years, so he's wonderful. His vision has really turned out well.
Rodney, what's the price point around here with this facility when you're looking at programs and involvement?
Pricing point, we try not to price ourselves out of the market. I know for seniors we offer pretty good discounts just to make it affordable for them. Our day pass is on average $10 for a day pass. A person can get a monthly membership, $30 to $50 to be able to use our facility for that month. Family memberships is where we're targeting. We really, really are excited about being able to offer some stuff. And I know a lot of the good part about it, we don't just attract Flat Rock residents. And you mentioned tourism.
Sure.
We get them from all over. Our actual demographics, Groseville, Trenton, we got some Wyandotte families that come here. A lot of Gibraltar, Woodhaven, Brown, just all over. That's what makes me happy to know that Flat Rock is actually catering to all of downriver.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because when you're looking at a facility like this, I think downriver and I think maybe Romulus, okay, very big facility, very nice, okay, this facility, and then I kind of struggle to find others, and hey, you're filling the void. That's all that counts, right?
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah, exactly. Mayor, anything else you want to talk about from the community aspect? You want to tell people from Destination Downriver, because what we like to do is we like to draw people from outside of Downriver to Flat Rock. Why would somebody come from East Point or Milford and come all the way to Flat Rock? Give us your best pitch.
Well, first off, Hurock Park. I mean, you can spend a day at Hurock Park and do fishing, whatever you'd like, and within walking distance, you can grab a lunch, eat outside. Our downtown area is set up just the footprint of it is just amazing. And I can't wait for it to keep growing, because I would like to see the point where you maybe get a couple small niched style hotels downtown.
That would be nice.
We need to grow.
Well, that's all that counts. It sounds like you guys are doing a very good job of growing as it stands. All right. Well, Mayor Steve, Rodney, thanks for joining us on Destination Downriver. This is a spectacular day, and this is a spectacular place to spend your spectacular day.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It is perfect. It is perfect. Thank you very much, Rodney.
Thank you.
All righty. Flat Rock is a hidden gem in the southeast Michigan region, offering outdoor adventure, unique dining, and a strong sense of community. Whether you're here for a day, a weekend, or a lifetime, the city invites you to explore its riverfront charm, local businesses, and welcoming spirit. If you haven't visited yet, now's the time. Flat Rock just might surprise you.
Thank you to our team sponsor, Allegra, Marketing, Print, and Design.
With a special thanks to our production partners here at the new Taylor Media Center. Thanks for listening and watching. Please visit our website, destinationdownriver.com, or our Facebook page, and be sure to join us for next month's podcast.